Hello good people and welcome back to my little channel. Now today is a day of much confusion. First off, Baron got his channel closed and then it turned out it's because of the avatar he used, and then he got his channel back and it's gone again. So I'm not going to mention any of that after this anymore, because that's not what my movie is going to be about. Edgy Sphinx also had some people pushing him at the Anti-Defamation League, as far as I can tell. And he's closed his channel down as well, which is terrible. I wish I could have helped him to prevent that from happening. But this is also not what I'm going to focus on in this movie. Okay, so now I've mentioned two things that I'm not going to mention anymore. So what is this movie going to be about? Well, you know, Comedy Central once had this great show which was called The Daily Show. And the great show kind of got terrible because they have a new host. And they don't have a new host. They have this host for a few years now. But yeah, it's pretty dreadful. So yeah, this is going to be about, what's his face? Trevor Noah. And how he looks at the world. And how we see him. I hope you're going to enjoy my little take on this. And if you don't agree, criticism, as always, is more than welcome.
Trevor Noah, welcome back to the program.
Thank you so much for having me
again.
So
the last time we talked was during the Republican convention in Cleveland, Ohio. Where did you come down? Did you think Donald Trump was going to win?
I didn't think he was going to win, but I always asked the question. And I even said to you, I said, I can see him winning. But I said this as a comedian and as an idiot, and now I realize maybe we should have all been more idiotic about it, because it seems like, you know, that's what he was doing. He was in a world that wasn't the real world, and he managed to turn that into reality.
I guess this is one of the reasons why I have a problem with Trevor Noah. Because if he doesn't like it, well, it's not the real world. It's not real. This is how The Daily Show has been peddling lies for, well, ever since Jon Stewart got out, which is too bad. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm glad he won over Hillary, because where I'm not a fan of Trump, I really loathe Hillary. But why are you lying? It's not as if he wasn't in the real world. People voted for him. People didn't come from La La Land to vote for him. It's more likely that people come from La La Land to criticize the fact that people voted for him. You are being one of those people from La La Land now. It may have been a joke for you when you said, haha, we will see how far he gets. But there's a reason he got as far as he did. Why can't you see that?
Or you recognize something. You recognized a type which you may have seen growing up in Africa, the strong men, the people who use the rhetoric, etc. Do you think you were particularly sensitized to that kind of public performance?
I genuinely do feel that. I can't lie. I relate to Donald Trump. I feel it when he speaks. I can see why he connects to people. You know, he stays away from big words. He makes sure his message is clear. He's great and repetitive, and he's emotive. The intricacies of politics are things that are lost on most people.
The intricacies of politics are lost on most people. I love that. You sound basically as if you know better and the rest of the people were wrong. But don't you get it? That's why people voted for Trump. Because of the elitist, swami bastards that keep telling us how wrong we are. Again, I don't want to defend Trump. Okay, the dude won, and as I said, I'm happy he won that Hillary didn't. But yeah, I can imagine 10,000 people being better presidents than Trump, and men and women. Fair is fair. But people voted for him because of swami bastards like you. Oh well, yeah, but they don't understand the intricacies of politics. No, mate, you don't understand them.
And a lot of the time, that is why people feel like politics is, you know, an elite sport. And when someone comes along and breaks it down into the basics, trade, we're gonna win. Foreign policy, we're gonna win. War against ISIS, we're gonna win. So much winning. I don't care who you are.
Even when there's no roadmap.
Even if you're a fourth grader, you go, I would vote for that guy because I like winning.
Yeah, that must be it. I mean, it's not as if he said, you know what, black people, you've been voting Democrats for 40 years now, give me a chance. It's not that he said, we're going to build a wall, trying to keep illegal immigrants out of America from Mexico. Something that apparently a lot of Mexicans, legal Mexicans, agree on him with. All these small things, and you keep pushing the narrative that people must be like 4 years olds because they just like to win. You simply do not see it, do you, Trevor? Okay, in the rest of the CNN bit, they're going to talk about his book. He wrote a book. It's a good book, don't get me wrong. And he talks about how his life in Africa was pretty fucked up, which it was. I mean, he had a white father and a black mother, which at times was illegal in South Africa. So yeah, that is something to be, I don't know, proud seems like a wrong word, but in a way, I can't find a better word. He did do a lot with his life. I'm not going to deny him that. And he did come from a fucked up background. Let's be honest. But he did manage his life. I mean, come on. Poor kid, South Africa, host of the Daily Show in America. Rags to riches, if you tell me. If you ask me, not if you tell me. So there is plenty of stuff that the dude did right. So why are you pushing this left narrative that people who voted for Trump must be idiots? Even though throughout the last years, you, John Oliver, and a few other comedians, you've been pushing the Trump is an idiot slogan so often. And people simply deny you the rights to gloat. Because in all fairness, you've been backing the wrong horse. And still you are complaining about the fact that your candidate lost. And it's funny because you, John Oliver, you don't have a vote. You don't have a say. But you're still promoting the, well, he's an idiot storyline because you're so bought into it. I don't know, invested in it. Okay, so this is going to be a very short movie because this is basically all I wanted to say. Your criticism, as always, is more than welcome. Like, share, subscribe if you feel so inclined. And I will see you all next time.